Welcome everyone to LDRL Season 3. It's the finale of this season, and you join us at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache for the 15th round. Yeah, not much to be said really, other than we'll start off by saying, received a DM from Sam Cole earlier, suggesting that this will be his final LDRL race, and he can leave on a high today if he can achieve the 60% win ratio this season. So yeah, we wish him all the best in his future personal life and whatever he has to do next in league racing. The champion deservedly should be bowing out here tonight. Anyway, nice and sunny, by the way, in the game, as I say tonight. Not sure if there's any rain coming for the race. Dynamic at Brazil does usually throw up a couple of twists, especially if you remember back to the end of season 1. Yeah, that was chucking it down with rain in that 25% race. That would have been brilliant if it was 50% back then, but it wasn't. And as you can see, the second car out on track is Alpe, who makes his first and only start of the season, with it being the season finale. He's in the Racing Point today and will try and find his feet immediately. Someone else who I wasn't really expecting was LSJ Rundle. He is back in action, and yeah, the lone Haas today. If you think there was going to be a Haas racing, you'd assume PFL Solberg, but no, he will not be racing that, and instead, we'll be back for the social race though. And I should mention the social race because there are still 14 places left, and if you want to see this go ahead, I want to see it go ahead, but I really cannot be certain at the moment. I just need to try and gather some popularity for it. Like I say, 14 spaces available for the 22nd of December this month at 8 PM UK time. It'll be our 1-year anniversary race, and if you're looking for something to do in the Christmas week, then there you go. Tuesday night that week will be sorted. Please DM me or anyone in the league if you want to take part in that race. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd come along for that occasion. Anyway, first qualifying laps, very short out lap around here, so we're getting right into the thick of things early, with LSJ Rundle immediately invalidating his lap time. There was an update to F1 2020 today, adding the F2 2020 cars and absolutely ruining the look of Bahrain. Not sure if anyone's seen that, but yeah, hopefully that's not the only track that's had to suffer from being absolutely stripped of any sort of decent look. But yeah, this is Alpe. He hasn't invalidated his lap, and although he does get a little bit loose, it's flat out to the line from here. Should take the shortest route up to the line. There's a yellow flag. That might be a Ferrari going slowly. And a 1 minute 9.2 there on the mediums. In terms of medium laps, it's only GSR Thrasher that has them on at the moment. He has also invalidated Alpha Sparks, who took a podium last week, is just done at 1 minute 7.9 there. Sam Cole, however, invalidated at the moment. Aaron, oh, that's Sam Steed, just as we were on board there. Was backwards in the wall, and he's got Rundle coming up behind him. Not on a lap by the looks of it, low on fuel, and none on the ERS as well. Echo's fatality on an outlap. Aaron Ocon on an invalidated fly, GSR Thrasher as well. Absolutely nothing coming from this run of lap times, but hopefully not many disqualifications in the race. Predictions for Aaron Ocon is Onto Echo's Fatality then, into turn 2. Now turn 3, gets a nice run through there. He'll have more grip on the soft tyres, but has warmed them up nicely into their temperature range. Now plummeting down towards turn 4. I'm sure it's steeper than it looks in real life. Using both apexes effectively and the inside of turn 5 as well. Now the run up to turn 6. It's a double apex right-hander. And braking in a straight line, bringing it over to the right-hand side. A long, sort of banked off camber left-hander. Up the hill, into the right. Nice late apex there. Don't want to be running too wide there. That's a lot of time thrown away if you do that. A little bit hesitant. And now opens up the steering wheel, opens up the throttle, foot to the floor, or finger on the trigger in this case, and right up to the line. For a comparison, he's got to try and beat Alpe here. He has. He's also beaten Aaron Ocon. GSR Thrasher is finally coming up to complete a lap, and a 1 minute 8.9 for him. Sam Cole on an outlap. Should be a good one to watch. Still some drivers in the pit lane. And here we go then. Down towards turn 1. It rises and then falls. Oh, few stabs at turning the car in there to turn 2. But eventually gets away with that invalidation. DRS wide open. Moves over to the right hand side for the best line into turn 4. Lot of commitment there. And a lot more on the exit curb. Again, moving it over to the left for the shortest run up to turn 6, and then utilises all of the track well. Stays in 3rd gear, now down to 2nd, and very easy to place to spin out if you're not careful. Again, nice rotation. Completely flat. Full commitment. Some of the extra track there. Misses the apex slightly, but still a good lap nonetheless. And this should be the benchmark, as up to the line comes Sam Cole. And it's going to be a 1 minute 6.9. LSJ Rundle on a lap down towards turn 4. That's an invalidation. And that's his second one of the day. We'll be inviting Big Chungus very quickly. If he can get himself back into this. Yeah, Big Chungus has been invited. It will be a great time as well to talk about the current championship, because there is a race on for P2, which could only really happen today if Big Chungus was here. Let's actually just talk through that. In 2nd place, it's Echo's Fatality. He took that position last time out. He now leads Big Chungus by 3 points in the race for 2nd. So he's going to try and rely on his internet to keep him in this fight. Alpha Sparks up in Sector 1. Has to lift through there. Car just wanted to understeer. Sector 2 split and nearly 3 tenths up. Oh, car wanted to step out there on the throttle. But it's flat to the floor from now, as he certainly lost some time there and will lose the momentum all the way down the straight, up to the line. Improves and goes ahead of Sam Steed, who popped in the lap for P2. That is now P3. LSJ Rundle, he has finally put together a valid lap. And where will it put him in comparison? 1 minute 8.3, so that is P4 at the moment. Alpe on the soft tyres now, already improving in Sector 1, as you should expect. Not a brilliant lap for him at all, but that's actually quite nice through turn 6 and 7, and now 8 at the top of the hill before The elevation swings back downhill once more. Sector 2 split here then, 1.1 seconds up, so a lot of improvement on this lap for Alpe as here he comes then to the line. His pink Racing Point, which took victory at the Sakir Grand Prix, he goes 4th. GSR Thrasher improving as well, as again you would expect on the grippier. Quite durable actually, in comparison to some tracks on this game of a similar style. Soft tyres. Big Chungus now in. Up to the line then. P5 for Thrasher. And again, Echo's Fatality improving from that medium lap. So this is where we start to see things take shape a little bit. Kaneko's Fatality put his Ferrari onto the front row then, as if he could, he'd certainly be able to challenge Sam Cole off the start, but no, 4 thousandths behind, a slot in P3. GSR Callum now on a lap, but has already invalidated, surely quite early on in the lap. Sam Cole is having another go here, looking to improve. He was 2 tenths up after Sector 2, and this could go maybe into the 1 minute 6.7s to the line. 6.7 it is, and again moves a full second ahead of Alpha Sparks. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same delta. The interval between the two is the exact same as when they both put in their first lap on the softs. Aaron Ocon has left the session. Big Chungus has no hands. One of the more interesting things I've seen today is a yellow flag, as there's a bit of a tussle between Alpha Sparks and Sam Cole on the circuit, but nothing that impedes any laps. Still no hands for Big Chungus, who... This is definitely another lag problem, isn't it? There's his hands. He's got... His arms are cut open. Oh dear. That is definitely not Big Chungus driving, is it? Alpha Sparks has actually gone again. He's just down on his first sector. Sam Steed has gone second in the meantime with a 1 minute 7.4. Solid lap time there. And great to see him here for the finale. It's Sam 13-year-old front row at the minute. 2 tenths up now for Alpha Sparks as he looks to try and retake that position back, as the two Mercedes cars here having a great battle in this qualifying for position. Up to the line, and does 1 minute 7.3. You saw the exit he had earlier, and now the exit he's just got on that run. Yeah, much better, and that is where some of the time was gained. Big Chungus. What? He hasn't crossed the line. Where's he got that lap time from? 1 minute 7.3. Something is really delayed with that car. He has now retired. And, yeah, a solid lap if he was driving, and we could actually see that. But, yeah, Utah Elephant there, jumping in the Red Bull. A point would ensure he finishes ahead of Moore Island, as Moore Island took the position on the countback with a P2 finish he got last week, albeit 56 seconds behind Sam Cole, but it was still a great drive nonetheless for his ability. He led the race at one stage. GSR Callum having another go, and he has not invalidated this lap. A nice exit, straightens the car nicely, and final corner, just a left-hand kink. A 7.4, which means he just goes behind Sam Steed, who has since dropped to 4th. After he went 2nd. Very, very close for P2 at the moment. Maybe Echo's Fatality can join in on that. Maybe Utah Elephant. He was strong in the latter stages of Season 2. And he also has no hands. So this is a new Codemasters bug. GSR Callum is now retired from the session as we enter the final minute of this qualifying at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, which will be on the F1 2021 calendar, and surely beyond now, with the rumours that Rio de Janeiro is not really a plan anymore, and thank God for that. I have been pinged. Anyway, it will be Echo's Fatality leading the final laps of this qualifying session. He'll be the first to cross the line. And up to the line he comes. Where can he put his Ferrari? Oh. Improves his lap by a good 3/10, but still stays behind GSR Thrasher. Very, very close. Thrasher as well. He doesn't have any more left in him. Aaron Ocon, checkered flag for him. Rundle improving. Sam Steed and Alpha Sparks didn't make it to the checkered flag. And I think that's going to be it then with LSJ Rundle. Sam Cole as well improving to a 1 minute 6.5. And now LSJ Rundle, the final car to set a lap. Thrasher in the pit lane on the left. LSJ Rundle does go 9th and beats Alpe and Aaron Ocon, which, yeah, if we were to say that back in Season 1, Season 2, yeah, that wouldn't have been something you would have heard as an achievement. But there we are, there's the qualifying session, an 8/10 pole margin, but LDRL F1.5 has really come alive today, and we should see quite a thrilling battle for the remaining positions. It's Sam Cole on pole. Yeah, Sam Cole on pole. Then ahead of Big Chungus, Alpha Sparks and Sam Steed. Mercedes 2nd row. GSR Callum and Thrasher make it a McLaren 3rd row. Echo's Fatality in 7th and the 2nd Ferrari. Then Utah Elephant, who only had the 1 lap, so that's very nicely done from him. LSJ Rundle, Alpe, Aaron Ocon and Polo God line up on the 6th row as cousins. Coming up next then is the season finale of LDRL Season 3. everyone hopes for a good race, especially at a finale. But yeah, it'd mean quite a lot as well if I got to witness it. Okay, it's worked. We're finally through there after technical issues. I will immediately get is it Utah Elephant and yeah, Aaron Ocon back into the session immediately. So that's what I'll do. Yeah, ultimately the strategy around here depends on just driving style, tyre conservation, and um, yeah, we should have Utah Elephant and Aaron Ocon back for the start of the race as they can't take control here. I think yeah, this car thinks it's a race. Big Chungus has managed to line up, but I really don't know if that's actually him at this point. It's awfully confusing. But finally lining up, trying to put the technical issues and questions to one side there. So sorry I really didn't discuss anything on that lap. Aronok on the mediums. I don't think he selected that. Polo God on the softs there at the back. Obviously everyone else on the softs, as that was top 10 in qualifying. We are then starting in some form or another, this Brazilian Grand Prix. Not really sure how it will play out. There's a timing glitch immediately. Big Chungus is off. And it... Oh, there's clearly been a lights glitch there. Oh, it must have been a drive-through as well for Sam Steed and Alpha Sparks off the line there, as into the lead go the two Mercedes. Callum down to 7th as he's side by side there with Alpay. And this contact, there is big contact at the back. LSJ Rundle, Alpay and Polo got all involved in that collision, and a virtual safety car deployed. A very, very confusing start. What? Yeah, this is... No. This can't be possible. Surely he's not there for them either. Anyway. We should be green flags very shortly. Short circuit though. There we go. We are back green here at Interlagos, where I really don't know who's leading. I'm pretty sure Alpha Sparks leads from Sam Steed, but it really could be any order at the moment. Big Chungus has dropped down to 12th now as he's completed the first lap. Drive-throughs being served for both Mercedes. No need to worry about a double stack because they are not pitting. GSR Thrasher then up into 2nd place with Echo's Fatality in 3rd. There's a slight corner cut there, surely going to be a warning. But here comes Echo's Fatality to the outside. Thrasher giving him a squeeze, but opening up the gap. It should be an easy overtake. And it is. Into 2nd, 3rd. God knows. Big Chungus is on a mission. He's retired. He has retired from the race. So I guess that makes... That's another virtual safety car on lap 2. Yeah, he's being hit by everyone. He's reporting. So, yeah, he's chosen to retire. I think that's a fair choice, because that's not fair on anyone else. Just horrendous. Every week, a different sort of issue for Big Chungus, unfortunately. Another long VSC period as the Renault gets cleared away. But we are green now. And for the 2nd time, after a virtual safety car in this race, we are back under green flags. And away we go. LSJ Rundle. These guys have pit. Utah Elephant trying to hold the inside line for turn 1. These guys are only just starting lap 3. Utah Elephant remains up the inside. Rundle looks for the cut back and once more, but he's got a nice exit. DRS is going to be enabled this lap. He looks to the outside. Gap is closing, but now it's the inside line for turn 4. And through he goes. And convincingly has that move completed for 9th place, as the pair of them look to make some gains now. They need to just make the time up in the race. Sam Cole with the fastest lap once more, but GSR Callum has pinched that. He runs in 4th. He's now gaining on GSR Thrasher and Echo's Fatality, so could be an interesting battle. Alpha Sparks now with the fastest lappers. Clearly these times being affected by when the VSC appeared and disappeared for these drivers. Little bit loose there at the top of turn 6. This is GSR Callum on his teammate GSR Thrasher. To the outside he goes. He has the slipstream as well. And brakes later. And has P3 for now. But Thrasher could well fight back here as he has the DRS on his teammate. They'll both bring closer to the back of Echo's Fatality. Oh, and that's Aaron Ocon getting loose there as he was trying to chase down Alpay. He's currently on the medium tyres, and the way they're behaving for him don't look very good. But 2 seconds he's lost now to the back of the Racing Point. And Callum now on the back of Echo's Fatality. 6 tenths is the gap. Thrasher just behind, 9 tenths. Still in DRS range, of course. Oh, there's a spinner. It is Aaron Ocon. Unsurprisingly, he does have damage. He's back underway, but... Oh, really? Oh, fuck's... It was really not necessary. Really not necessary. It's common sense to retire in the pits. But no, let's cause a safety car. Hards for Utah Elephant, as he gets to make a free pit stop. Into the pits comes Sam Cole. Free pit stop for him. Echo's Fatality will have to double stack, so when he comes. GSR Thrasher is going to stay out. Mediums for Sam Cole. Mediums for Echo's Fatality. Callum for some more softs. He'll be quick off the restart. Alpay in the pits as well. Sam Steed staying out. Softs for Alpay as well. He'll also be quick. Mediums and some front wing repair for Alpha Sparks. Wasn't really too aware that he had damage. GSR Thrasher is coming in the pits this time, and Sam Steed, so they're going to lose all these positions by staying out the extra lap. I understand they were both overtaken, but by their teammates, and didn't really have the choice to pit first, but ultimately they've lost more time and more positions as a result of this. But Thrasher on the soft, Sam Steed on the mediums, and they are back out. They may be jumped by Alpha Sparks. They've got a race to the safety car exit line. But no, they will jump out in front. There it is. That is what classifies as a position. And there we go. Just for an example, Echo's Fatality has managed to stay in P2 as a result of double stacking. Getting very close to the back of his teammate. In AI mode, however. Penalty for Utah Elephant. That's a 3-second penalty. The safety car has made a late decision to come in. I think that's caught people by surprise. It would usually say the safety car sector 2 split. But the weaving behind him, there's contact there with Callum as they're all eager to go, and we're underway. That's a 5-second time penalty for both Echo's Fatality and GSR Callum. That could probably be appealed, but here is Echo's Fatality looking to make a strong safety car restart. Callum as well. But a good exit from Echo's Fatality. Can't stay on the back of Callum though. This is Alpha Sparks side by side with GSR Thrasher. Little bit of a twitch there down the straight, but ahead goes Alpha Sparks. Fast starting Callum on the soft tyres, looking to get around Echo's Fatality quickly. He's got a penalty, as does Echo's Fatality. They need to gain race time. Down the inside goes Callum, and unsurprisingly gets pinched there on the inside of turn 10, I think that is. Retired from the race as a result, becomes the 4th DNF in 9 laps. There's a battle as well. Thrasher and Rundle, and that is going to be... I don't know how he survived that. But another big crash. I'm so surprised he hasn't retired there. What I was going to say is that that is the 5th retirement. And that would have been both McLarens. But something has happened to Sam Steed. Might be a spin. It might just be an experiment. Maybe no traction or something. Which is why there's certainly damage on that car. I'm not sure where it's come from. He's 40 seconds behind the next car. That's Alpha Sparks getting loose there. He's now hunts down 3rd place. Sam Steed has retired, so there officially is the 5th retirement. Sam Cole with the fastest lap on the mediums. No DRS enabled just yet. Never mind, there is. I was going to question what I said, but yeah, there we are. There's the evidence. This is Alpha Sparks already getting a move on down the inside of Alpay. Oh, for goodness sake. Another spin, this time on the inside of turn 4. Always a racing incident, really, if you try and pop your nose up the inside from a long way back, but Yeah, just collided with the side pod and, unsurprisingly, has spun around. And if you're new to this, well, this is the part where I say nothing for about 25 laps. LSJ Wonder is going to have DRS here if he gets the final corner right. Oh, I think he might have just got it. He has. And this will bring him even closer to the back of Alpay, who has had a strong race so far. Pretty poor start to qualifying, but he built up the pace nicely. Once he got onto the softs, looked very comfortable. He looks still very comfortable here as well. That's a time penalty for LSJ Rundle. And a very unsettled Haas coming through turn 3 on the inside curb. Another penalty for Echo's fatality. Poor exit from Alpay, but Rundle has to lift off, otherwise he wasn't making that corner. This is his opportunity now to move up into third place. A strong exit already on the overtake button. Another fastest lap for Sam Cole as his consistent reign continues. To the outside. Made a late move there to pick his overtaking spot. And there we go. There's a small lockup, almost a small amount of contact as well. But with the DRS as well now. No overtake being used, so he's quite happy to settle for P4 there. 6 that old soft tyres. These guys are both already closing up to the back of Echo's fatality, who has really dropped off. Thought he might have had damage or something from somewhere, but doesn't seem like it. Massive plummet in pace all of a sudden. Oh, that's Alpay, and yeah, that line is always going to put your car into a very difficult to recover place. So yellow flag in sector 3. Thrasher, who was nearly a minute down on the next car, becomes the 6th retirement of the race. He had that crash with LSJ Rundle at the end of lap 9. Three cars here separated by about a second. As Rundle is looking to turn his P3 into P2. He hasn't really played the game properly for about 4 months, he said. So, you know, he's been meaning to race for a while. And he's really building the consistency and the pace back up quickly. There's been, you know, a few obvious mistakes. But that is to be expected. To quote his ARL leaving line. Oh, was that a spin? It was a spin. Does manage to collect it on the grass, but does lose the position. Alpha Sparks on an AI Utah Elephant. Oh, who comes out of AI? Oh, just trying to let him through. He's a little bit undecisive, but through goes Alpha Sparks. Ah, I see. Okay. Attempt 2 for LSJ Rundle on Alpay. Completed the first attempt, but the second attempt is coming around very quickly. There we go then, on to the start-finish straight. DRS open now. It's going to be the outside once again. Same place he made the overtake last time. Through he goes. 16 lap old mediums now. They'll be coming to the end of their life. But a good exit from Alpay means he's still got a shot of re-overtaking LSJ Rundle here. He looks to go to the outside. That's going to be a squeeze. Slight contact, and again another good exit. Surely he won't put his car up the inside. He does back out of it. Maybe he's just starting to realise that those tyres are worn. And he can get a little bit more out of them before he's going to be required to make a pit stop, which will surely be mediums in the next few laps. Oh, Rundle gets loose there, and reinforcing the point about those 16 lap old mediums coming to the end of their life. Not pitting just yet though, so make that 17 laps on those tyres. Hit at the end of lap 1 after that tangle with Alpay and Polo God as well. Both racing points involved there with a Haas. Alpay has come into the pits after 12 laps on those soft tyres. Soft tyres off, medium tyres on as expected, and back out he comes. Into the pits then, off the medium tyres, Echo's Fatality, LSJ Rundle and Alpha Sparks all in at the same time here to make pit stops onto softs and more softs. So they're relying on a nice 13 lap run to the end on the soft tyres, lower fuel as well. I'm sure it's possible. With a few spins, you know, gotta watch them. Alpha Sparks has lost the position to Alpay, but it's going to be close here on the exit. Very, very nearly side by side there. Utah Elephant being overtaken by Echo's Fatality. But no, the battle resumes then. Sam Cole into the pit lane now as well. Onto softs himself. All the cars trundling around in the middle sector. This is Alpha Sparks. Alpay covers the inside, forces him to the outside. Echo's Fatality watching on as well, but through goes Alpha Sparks. Another fastest lap on the board for Sam Cole. Close to 1 minute 8 now. And there we are, 1 minute 8. Under a second once more between LSJ Rundle, Alpha Sparks and Echo's Fatality. Alpha Sparks in a very good position to try and overtake in the coming laps. Using a lot of overtake though. He's struggling down the end of the straight. There you go. He's used all of it up. And now has to rely on the slipstream and the DRS to pull him closer. Oh! LSJ Rundle spun and got some wing damage off the final proper corner, and there we go. That's going to need a pit stop. So now it's just two good mates. Alpha Sparks and Echo's Fatality. Giving it everything for P2. Echo's Fatality has now lost a lot of time to Alpha Sparks as the race develops. 5 laps to go. A time penalty though. It's always good to... Sorry, wrong thing. Look at that. That time penalty means Echo's Fatality will take the position. This is it. Echo's Fatality has a good run. He opens the DRS. It's going to increase his speed even more. He looks to the outside. Oh, both switching. Synchronized switching there at turn 1. Echo's Fatality mounts the curb. Still side by side into turn 4. But Echo's Fatality can't get the move done. Could have been more aggressive there. More commanding to try and make him yield the position. But no. There's a yellow flag. It's LSJ Rundle. He spun around again. This is really working out for him at the moment. Retires from the session. Only 4 drivers are going to score points here, as Utah Elephant isn't in his car. But here's the move. Echo's Fatality up the inside this time. Has it stuck for a moment. They're still side by side here though. Echo's Fatality with the penalty. Still wheel to wheel. Slight contact down towards turn 4. Still absolutely wheel to wheel. Echo's Fatality gives it up on the inside though. Oh. Okay. Alpha Sparks has lost the P2 very suddenly. Yeah, it's all kicked off. He's going to wait up for him. Very sportsmanlike. They can enjoy the final lap of the season. The final laps, I should say, of the season together. Switching again to the inside, Echo's fatality. And there it is. Once more, but Alpha Sparks tries to stick his nose back down the inside. DRS overtake. Excuse me, and the slipstream for Alpha Sparks back down the inside at turn 4. Off. They touched. He gave him a nudge on the right hand side. It's lap 36 of 36 for Sam Cole. Echo's fatality too far back on this occasion, but Sam Cole is about to arrive in Sector 3 and he broke the record last week for the biggest win margin by any driver in any tier in LDRL. 56 seconds in the end. He's won by 44 seconds here today. It's an absolutely phenomenal drive once more. His last race in LDRL creates a 60% win ratio for the season. Brilliant drive, brilliant season from Sam Cole, and I really couldn't appreciate more how, you know, committed he's been to this season, despite many others hating, not being, you know, stuff like that. Alpe crosses the checkered flag, crosses the line in the pit lane, and Utah Elephant, well, it only means there's only going to be 4 drivers scoring points today, and I think that's, yeah, one of the worst of the season in my opinion. I'm sorry this season finale couldn't be greater, but yeah, things got to address and move forward from, if there even is a season 4. But up to the line, Echo's fatality is gifted that, and that confirms second place in the driver's standings for him. It's a Ferrari 1-2 in the race, and in the driver's standings they've absolutely dominated the constructors as well. And a driver of the day award for Alpe. Yeah, he improved a lot throughout the race. He did really well. I think that's deserved to some extent. There's the podium ceremony then. And the results.